Hey, salam everyone. So today's video is geared all towards teens. Now, have you guys ever thought, I want to be smarter? I want to have better social skills. I want to have better relationships with people. I want to be better able to read people. So if you've ever thought those things, stay tuned because I'm going to be covering those things. Now, what are some of the things we're seeing in teens and middle schoolers these days? One, we're seeing a lack of confidence. Two, we're seeing overconfidence. Three, we're seeing oversensitivity. Four, we're seeing lack of being able to concentrate on a certain task. So these are all things that are a new phenomenon that we're seeing in this generation. So social media can make us numb and dumb. How does it make us numb? Numb means we're indifferent to people's feelings. So for example, I'm talking to my friend and I'm saying all this stuff that I don't even realize. To me, it's a joke, but to her, it's hurting her feelings. It's making us dumb because we're wasting our time, taking us away from things that are of value. So don't get me wrong, social media can actually make us smart too. We can learn skill, we can learn so much from the internet. The problem is we get distracted by all the nonsense that's out there as well. One thing we fail to realize as teens is that your youth is limited. A lot of times, even I was, a teen once, and we realize, oh man, we're gonna have the rest of our life to live this up right now, YOLO, whatever. But what we need to realize is that we have to stay young, we have to stay innocent, we have to stay naive. What does that mean? You have your whole life to be an adult. You have your whole life to look at adult things, to learn adult things, to watch those really scary movies that might be affecting your brain, might be affecting your thought process. If you're wanting to do that, just hang on a little bit. Let your mind develop a little bit before we go and watch all that stuff. If you notice, there's so much sass, there's so much like, oh yeah, I know it all, or like just so much provocative behavior from kids these days. Why is that? It's because we're exposed to a lot of things at a very young age that our mind doesn't comprehend, but we like to emulate it. We like to be like, oh yeah, this dancer is dancing, this singer is dancing like this, I want to dance like her. But you don't realize she's an adult. She's maybe 25, 35, 45, but you're only 15. And it's nice to just stay young and stay naive. It's actually something that you're going to be so happy about in the future, trust me. So remember when I said, how do I get better at relationships? You invest in them. And how do we invest in relationships? We spend more time off the phone and with our friends. So a lot of times, like the other day, our family, we went to eat out for ice cream. And what did I notice? There's a group of teens sitting there, probably 5 or 6 of them, all of them individually on their cell phones. Now you're at an ice cream parlor, you're eating ice cream together, but you're not talking, you're on the phone. What does that mean? That tells your friend that they're not important. That tells you, that makes you feel like I'm not important. And it's just like a not so nice dynamic to be in. How do we learn to read people? How do we learn to feel each other's feelings? You talk to them, you get together with them. With your friends, put your phone away. We have something called phone jail. It's gonna be more fun. You get to be more relatable. You get to enjoy more with your friends. I'm not saying don't use your phone at all, but don't let the phone overtake your relationship or your time that you're spending with your friend at that time. One other thing I'd encourage teens to do is to advise your parents. A lot of times parents, without knowing it, they have put you in that habit. So advise your parents that, hey mom, let's not give the phone to baby brother, and instead let's just all sit together and talk. Advise your parents, hey mom, let's put the phone away for dinner time. Why don't we talk? Trust me, your parents will love you for that. Because sometimes we don't realize, even me as a parent, I've made so many mistakes, and I'm so happy that sometimes my kids tell me that, hey mom, can we not do it this way? Can we do it this way? And I'm totally open to that, and I appreciate that the kids are putting their input and helping me become better too. So definitely when you're flying, make memories instead of being on the phone. Like when we're flying, we don't carry our iPads with us, because enjoy the experience of being on the airplane, flying from one place to the other. So what if you have 14 hours on the airplane? You get to be creative, you get to do things, you get to learn things, but just know your surroundings. It's nice to know where you're at. It's nice to know where your parents are driving and how to get to where you're getting to. Now, these are life skills that, trust me, will help you in the long run. If we don't make those habits right now, we're going to be really sorry for ourselves in the future. And I know this is something that my parents instilled in me, to watch the billboards, watch the signs, watch the street names. And so we know, okay, this place was next to this gas station, or, just to be aware of our surroundings instead of being in the car and being on the phone all the time. So another thing that I want to mention is people are banking on you. What does that mean? Your time equals money for somebody else. You're wasting time is business investing time for somebody else. Why do you think there's so many social media influencers? Why do you think they're getting paid so much money? Because they're counting on your eyes to be glued to their content. It's because Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, sports, ads, all these people want your attention. Why are they tracking all our activity? If you notice, if you watch a certain kind of video, it's going to keep showing you that video or more of that certain kind of content. Why? Everything is being tracked. Our use of brain is money for somebody else. So remember that. Instead, make that watch time important for you. So to sum it all up, I have a few tips, okay? The tips are: 1, be present. What does that mean? Don't be on the phone. Know your surroundings. Watch what you're doing. Be aware. Be there with your friends, with your family, wherever you are. Be present consciously. You'll love it. You'll be a better listener. You'll have better social skills in the long run that will totally help you out with your career. Trust me, I'm a doctor, and that's one of the skills that I love. Number 2, resist the urge. We have this urge of having something in our hands, either an Xbox game controller, either a remote control, a phone, texting, watching, scrolling. We have this urge to always be doing something. No, don't do anything. Relax, chill, clear your mind. Creativity stems from not doing anything, because your mind has time to reflect, to think, and come up with new ideas. So just take some time away from all this rah-rah that might be happening in your life or in your mind, and just unwind and just relax. The other tip I have is just put away the phone for family, friends, dinners, all of that. When I go to restaurants, I see so many little babies or little kids. Their family are all having dinner, but they put a phone in front of the little kids. That's automatically teaching that little 2-year-old, that little 1-year-old, that little 3-year-old, oh yeah, you're not important. You just watch TV and I'm just going to do my thing at this dinner. No, it's not a free babysitter. It's nice for the kids to interact and mingle. It doesn't matter how good or bad their behavior is. Just let them engage. And lastly, I would say use your time wisely by learning a skill. You can be on the phone, but if you are on the phone, have your fun, have your laughs, but learn something. There's so much out there that we can learn. We can learn a new skill, a new trade, a whole new career. There's so much content on there to make yourself a bigger and better person. And I really hope that I was able to help and give some insight. Definitely subscribe if you want to get more content, more inspiring content from us. We're going to be sharing more information on ways that we can improve our lives and our futures. Bye-bye.